She mentioned, let's remain friends after being together for 2 years. I replied, that's fine. Then I started treating her precisely the way I treat my other friends, with clear boundaries. She realized what just friends truly involved when I began going out with her closest friend. Original post. I, 27 male, received the Let's Just Be Friends talk from my girlfriend Tara, 26, about 3 weeks back. We had been in a relationship for 2 years and shared an apartment for one. I believed everything was strong. We discussed future arrangements, her sister's wedding the following summer where I was meant to be her plus one, all of it. Then, on an ordinary Thursday evening, she sat me down. We need to talk. I already sensed the direction this was taking. Okay, I love you, but I'm no longer in love with you. I feel we should shift to being friends. Shift. Yeah, we get along great. Share the same circle of friends, similar hobbies. We'd be wonderful friends, but not great as a couple. She looked uneasy. It's not like that. I simply need to discover myself, figure out who I am without us, but I don't want to lose you entirely. Me. So you want to end the relationship, but keep me in your life? When you phrase it that way, it sounds harsh. I just believe we're better suited as friends. We can still spend time together, remain involved in each other's lives. What really hurt was that she said all this after already packing a bag. Her friend Marissa was coming to get her in an hour. She had organized everything, right down to having a place to stay. You've already arranged your way out. I knew you'd be upset. Marissa offered I could stay with her while we sort out the housing situation. The housing situation. Well, yes, we'll have to handle the apartment, but no hurry. We're mature, we're friends. We can handle this. I sat there for a moment, absorbing it. 2 years living together, conversations about children someday. Now she wanted us to be pals. Okay, surprised. Okay, yeah, let's be friends, you're correct. We should manage this as adults. She actually smiled, looking relieved, as if I'd just accepted her ideal setup where she could leave me but retain all the advantages of having me around. Oh, thank goodness. I was so scared you'd hate me or complicate things. See, this proves why we're ideal as friends. She left that night. Marissa arrived, gave me a sympathetic glance like I was some abandoned dog. I simply waved. The following morning, I did precisely what Tara requested. I treated her like a friend, and that's when I discovered her idea of friendship differed greatly from mine. First message arrived at 7 a.m. Tara. Hey, hope you slept well. Could you bring my work laptop? I left it behind in the hurry. Me, sure. I'll drop it at your office front desk on Monday. Can't you bring it to Marissa's? I need it over the weekend. I have plans. Monday suits me better. Plans? What plans? Friend activities. She wasn't happy about that. But what could she argue? We're simply friends now. Friends don't disrupt their lives for one another. Saturday, another message. Hey, Marissa and I are heading to that new brunch spot. Want to join? Thanks, but I'm okay. Enjoy. Come on, we always had Saturday brunch. That was during our relationship. Have a good meal. 2 hours later. This feels strange. Why are you acting this way? Acting how? Distant, cold. I'm being polite. Exactly what you wanted. Update 1. Week 2 of our friendship, and Tara was beginning to unravel. When she suggested, let's be friends, she meant keep everything identical except the romantic part. What I understood was establish proper limits like with all my other friends. She entered the apartment Tuesday while I was at work. Still had her key, took some groceries, did laundry, even showered, left a note, borrowed a few things. Hope that's fine, I messaged her. Hey, saw you stopped by, I'll need the key returned soon. What? Why, my friends don't have keys to my home, but I still have belongings there. We can schedule times for you to collect your items just as friends do when picking up stuff. This is absurd. We shared a home. We used to share a home, now we're friends. Different connection, different limits. She arrived that evening angry. You changed the locks. Actually, just had them rekeyed. Informed management, you no longer reside here. Here's a box with your essentials. I can't believe you're acting so childish. Childish, I'm treating you precisely as I treat my friends. None have keys to my place. But I'm not an ordinary friend. According to you, that's exactly what you are. The sense of entitlement began emerging. She expected to remain my emergency contact, stay on my Netflix, keep access to my Prime account. Nope, but the highlight came that weekend. Our shared friend group hosted a game night. I arrived alone. She came with a guy named Connor. Tara, loud enough for all to hear, "This is Connor, we met at yoga." Connor seemed decent, obviously brought to provoke jealousy in me. I shook his hand, welcomed him, then dominated everyone at Codenames while giving them no extra attention. Midway through, Tara cornered me in the kitchen. Tara, You don't even mind that I'm here with another guy. Me. Why should I? We're friends. Friends go on dates. You're not even slightly jealous. Do you get jealous when other friends date? That's not the same. How? She had no response, because any answer would reveal she wanted me to long for her while she explored. But the best moment? Her closest friend Marissa was particularly warm all evening, finding reasons to chat with me, laugh at my comments, brush my arm. I wasn't intending anything, just being myself without Tara's influence. Next morning, Tara messages, "What was going on with you and Marissa?" Going on about what? You know, the flirting. We were simply chatting, friends chat. She's my best friend. And I'm your friend too, correct? Friends can interact with each other's friends. Silence for 3 days. Then Thursday, new approach. I think I messed up. About what? Us, maybe we should discuss it. Sure, what's on your mind? In person over dinner. Our usual spot? You mean the Italian restaurant? I have plans actually, but coffee Saturday afternoon works if you want to talk. Plans with whom? Does it matter? Friends don't have to share their schedules. Is it Marissa? Coffee Saturday or not? This isn't how friends behave. This is precisely how friends behave. You're confusing it with boyfriend behavior. Common error. Update 2, 3 weeks into her self-discovery phase, and it wasn't unfolding as expected. Connor from yoga stopped responding after 2 dates. Turns out he didn't want to be a rebound. Meanwhile, I was enjoying single life with strong boundaries. Then Marissa took her chance. She messaged Thursday night. "Hey, randomly, I have an extra ticket to that comedy show Saturday. Interested?" To clarify, I didn't chase Marissa. Didn't see her that way until she showed interest. But she was enjoyable, appealing, and above all, clear about her desires. No mind games, no shifting, no keeping me as a reserve. Me sure. Sounds great, Marissa. Awesome, just a heads up though. Tyra's acting strange about us spending time together, wanted you to know. Noted, still up for it if you are. Absolutely, pick me up at 7. Saturday arrived. I dressed nicely, feeling positive. First proper date in 2 years. As I was leaving, my phone blew up. Are you for real right now? About what? Marissa told me you're taking her out. She invited me to a comedy show. You can't go out with my best friend. Why not? We're both single. Because of girl code, she can't date my ex. I thought I was your friend, not ex. You know what I mean. I genuinely don't. Friends don't control who other friends date, she called 17 times. I silenced my phone. The date with Marissa was wonderful. She was genuinely funny, something I never noticed when she was just Tara's sidekick. We discussed everything but Tara. Well, until the end. Marissa. I should mention, Tara's freaking out. She called me crying, claiming I betrayed her. Me, how do you feel? Honestly, she's been a terrible friend recently. It's all about her path and her development. She actually told me last week that keeping you as a friend was her backup in case she didn't find anyone better. Word for word, that's what made me see you deserved more and maybe I'd take a chance. We shared a goodnight kiss. Nothing further, just a pleasant first date kiss. I didn't post anything online, told nobody, but Tara found out somehow. Sunday morning, 6 a.m., banging on my door. Open up, I know you're there. I opened. It's 6 a.m., Tara. I don't care. We have to talk now. About what? You kissed her, my best friend. Me and I let her in briefly. She looked exhausted. Hair messy, eyes swollen, same outfit from Friday. You're doing this to punish me. Me, I'm living my life. You decided we shouldn't be together. I said friends, not date my friends. You said you needed to find yourself. I'm allowing that while I proceed forward. With Marissa, she's single, I'm single, we enjoy each other. That's dating. She tried to enter further. I stopped her. You don't live here anymore? I have stuff inside. Then arrange a time as we talked about. You're being heartless. Me, I'm enforcing boundaries. There's a distinction. That's when the full entitlement surfaced. She launched a campaign, contacting mutual friends, twisting tailies about how I was revenge dating her best friend, manipulating to cause pain. Some friends believed it, most didn't. Our friend Jake called. Man, Tara's saying you're only with Marissa to spite her. Me, did she mention she ended things to find herself but wanted me as a friend backup? She skipped that detail. Funny, but Tara continued. She attempted to interfere with my job, called my workplace pretending to be my emergency contact, claiming I was in a mental health crisis and needed leave. My boss summoned me, worried. Your girlfriend called, said you're struggling. Me. Ex-girlfriend and I'm okay, she's struggling with the breakup. She sounded very sure you needed support. Me, I'll deal with it, apologies for the disturbance. Reported it all to HR, began documentation in case. 1 month after the Just Friends discussion, Tara's elaborate scheme had totally failed. Marissa and I were officially together, not too serious yet, just enjoying time without chaos. Tara was falling apart. She tried various tactics. First, she sent Marissa old messages, loving notes I'd written, couple photos, clothed but intimate. Marissa shared everything with me. Marissa, she's trying to make me envious of your history. Me, is it succeeding? No, it's showing how tolerant you were with her nonsense. Then Tara went extreme, claimed pregnancy. 2M message, we need to talk. I'm late, me, late for what? You know, pregnant. Congratulations, who's the dad? Are you kidding? You. Interesting, since we haven't been intimate in 2 months. It can delay showing. And you've seen how many others since, Connor. The bar guy Marissa mentioned. I can't believe you're calling me a liar. Me, not calling, just calculating. If you're pregnant and think it's possibly mine, let's do it right. Doctor visit, paternity test when feasible. No reply. Next day, false alarm. Period arrived. Convenient. But the major breakdown occurred when she saw I was serious about separating our shared responsibilities. When she left, she assumed I'd continue covering costs while she explored. The apartment bills, joint phone plan for the deal. Call from her mother. What's this about canceling Tara's phone? Me. I removed her from my plan. She needs her own. Her mom. But she can't pay for that now. Then she should have considered before ending our relationship. You're being small-minded after 2 years. I'm being realistic. Friends don't cover each other's phone bills. Her mom, she made an error. She sees that now. Then she gained an important insight. The height of entitlement was when Tara learned Marissa and I planned a weekend getaway. Same coastal town as our anniversary trip last year. Tara sent a long message about erasing our memories, disrespecting our past. How dare I bring her best friend to our meaningful spot? Me. It's a public beach. You don't own it. You know your intent. Yes, enjoying a trip with my girlfriend. She's not your girlfriend, she's my friend. Was. She ended the friendship after you guilted her for finding happiness. That's when Tara erred massively. She appeared at Marissa's workplace, made a disturbance. Security removed her. Marissa's boss was unhappy. Marissa called me upset. She's completely unhinged, screamed that I took her life. Want to pursue a restraining order? I may need to. This is madness. Final update. The restraining order was the reality check Tara required, along with losing her job for excessive absences during her breakdowns. Turns out, self-discovery is tough when also harassing your ex and his new partner. Last update from mutual friends, she relocated to her parents' home. In therapy, required by court after the workplace event. Blocked everywhere by Marissa and me. Connor from yoga is with someone new, shares about it often. She has a part-time job at a bookstore now, apparently. The entitlement didn't fully vanish. One final email before I blocked it. I hope you're satisfied. You got it all. Turned my best friend against me, made me seem unstable, destroyed my life. Just because you couldn't accept being friends, I tried to end it gently. To keep you around because I cared, but you chose vengeance. You had to triumph. Well, congrats, you and Marissa are perfect together. I didn't reply, no need. In her view, she's still the victim of a calculated revenge scheme rather than facing results of her actions. The reality, I never schemed any of it. When she said, just friends, I accepted literally. Treated her exactly as a friend, with boundaries, respect, proper space. Her inability to accept that reveals what she truly desired. She wanted me to yearn, to plead, to wait while she dated others. She wanted the comfort of my availability while seeking upgrades. When I refused that role, when I genuinely treated her as a friend and advanced my life, her strategy crumbled. Marissa and I remained together. It's been positive, calm, straightforward, mature. We occasionally laugh about the wild origin of our relationship, but mainly we simply appreciate each other. Turns out being with someone decisive is refreshing. My suggestion. When someone wants just friends after a committed relationship, accept it. Then truly treat them as a friend. No more, no less, establish boundaries, proceed forward, enjoy your life, because real friends wish your happiness. They don't expect you to pause while they decide. They don't demand partner perks under a friend title. Tara wanted relationship advantages without obligation. Wanted me as backup, safety net, emotional anchor while exploring options. When I declined, when I honored her words and treated her as merely a friend, truth struck hard. The best part? I did nothing spiteful. Didn't target Marissa for revenge. Didn't expose her online. Didn't campaign against her. I just existed. Maintained healthy limits. Pursued someone who genuinely wanted me. Tara's collapse was self-caused. She terminated our relationship. Tried to retain me as reserve, panicked when I moved on, harassed her former best friend. created public scenes, attempted to control everyone. All I did was what she requested, treated her like a friend. Turns out that was the harshest response. Not intentionally cruel, but because it made her confront her decision's reality. When you leave someone but expect continued devotion, true friendship seems like torment. But it's not. It's simply friendship. The very thing she claimed to want. Funny how that turns out.